And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce that true child of God, Brother Damian.
When I see Pat Smith on Monday, I'm going to have to tell him he needs to go to confession. Thank you all. Thank you for those very kind words of the provincial Father James. DeMatha Catholic High School. This little corner of God's vineyard, right here in beautiful downtown Hyattsville, as I used to say to my students at times, has been a very important part of my journey as a Trinitarian. Yes. We are celebrating 50 years of ministry in Catholic education at DeMatha. But other life events, if I may use the phrase, were celebrated here while I lived at 4310 Madison Street, St. John DeMatha Monastery. June the 21st, 1970, solemn profession of vows. June the 16th, 1979, ordination to the priesthood. June 16th, 2004, 25th anniversary of ordination. Big celebration upstairs, and we all came down here and had a pretty good party. June the 21st, 2020, 50th anniversary of solemn profession. And Sunday, June the 5th, 1964, I entered the Trinitarians at Sacred Heart Monastery, as Father Provincial mentioned, in Pikesville, Maryland. And this July the 5th, 2024, will be the 60th anniversary of my entering the community. But over these 60 years, 50 have been right here at DeMatha. We have heard the saying and maybe uttered the words ourselves. God moves in mysterious ways, his wonders to behold. Oh, the depth of the riches and wisdom and knowledge of God. How inscrutable are his judgments, and how unsearchable his ways. Taken from the letter to the Romans, chapter 11, verse 33. I chose that because exactly that, God moves in mysterious ways. I never imagined being in a classroom. I never imagined being a priest, because that was not my original intent when I entered the Trinitarian 60 years ago. I just wanted to be a brother. I was being sent to school to learn accounting. Classroom was the furthest thing from my mind. But as we know, God moves in mysterious ways. You and I are his instruments. This is my 50th year at DeMatha, but not consecutive, as I always say. This is my third time around after other assignments, as my brothers have heard me time and time again say. This is my third time around, the longest since 1987. The questions, why keep returning? That's easy to answer. The people. The people of DeMatha are the reason I return. The faculty, staff, and administration, the women and men whom I have had the privilege to work with these 50 years, they, you, bring dedication, energy, compassion, love, patience, understanding, gifts, and talents to this vocation of Catholic education, thus enriching all on this campus of DeMatha Catholic High School. Longevity of service is a strong quality at DeMatha. When Dr. McMahon, class of '76, became our principal in 2000, he established a true to the mission wall on the top floor of this building. There are picture plaques of faculty and staff who have been at DeMatha 20 years or longer. There are 70 plaques on the wall, and I'm honored to be among that special group. And 25 of us are still here. There's a story I'd like to share with you. The students, as they change classes from one block to the next, pass this wall every single day. There could be multiple times that they pass the wall. About 2 years ago, I had a senior come up to me and said, "Father?" I said, "Yes." He said, 1968. And he said that twice. 1968. I said, "Yes, that was the year that I was assigned to DeMatha." "Father, 1968. You know, that makes you a dinosaur." Hey. I may have laughed. I did not get mad. That's for sure. I may have laughed, maybe even smiled. But then I stated to him, "There's a difference between me and a dinosaur. I'm not extinct." Parents and their sons, I believe all of us, that is faculty, staff, and administration, have thanked parents for entrusting their most precious possession, their sons, to us. All on this campus are aware of the sacred responsibility we have in the education ministry. The students here bring life to this campus. Without them, it would just be a place with 5 buildings. Our student body is a very diverse group of young men. Different nationalities, creeds, races, economic levels, learning abilities, different counties, sorry about that, in Maryland, the District of Columbia, and Virginia. For some of these young men, their commute can be an hour and a half get to DeMatha. Their dedication, their desire to be here, be part of this community. We celebrate with them, we laugh, we rejoice, correct, cry, encourage, love, and journey with them. They can frustrate you, may disappoint you, but they can surprise you and make you very proud. We may wonder at times if these young men understand what we are trying to do. And I have a story for you. On Wednesday of this past week, our sophomores had a retreat. And then after the retreat, they come back to school for what we call sophomore conversation. The sophomore class, the students choose the teacher that they would like to talk to. There's a set of questions and all that they answer. We get a copy of it as well as their answers, and we discuss what they have written and what they hope to improve on as far as the last quarter and semester is concerned, and of them going into their junior year, what are their expectations. A student said the following to the teacher he had selected to talk to. The student said, "Before I came to DeMatha, I knew it had a great sports and classes. But then I came to DeMatha and realized it was more focused on teaching me to be a man than in turning me into a student athlete." That young man's statement brings a big smile to my faces, and I'm sure to many faces of the faculty and staff that are here, and joy to my heart, and probably a few tears as well. Finally, there is a hymn which we have sung at school liturgies entitled, "Great is Thy Faithfulness." It's based on Psalm 145. "Great is Thy faithfulness, O God, my Father. Morning by morning, in mercies I see. All I have needed, Thy hand hath provided. Great is Thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me." My 50 years of ministry with the DeMatha community, the DeMatha family, has been a blessing. The relationships over these 50 years has been a privilege and sacred moments which has brought joy and memories which I will forever cherish. I stand on the shoulders of the Trinitarian founders of DeMatha Catholic High School, who on September the 7th, 1946, with the promptings of the Holy Spirit, began the first classes in the basement of St. John DeMatha Monastery with 18 students. Now we're over 800. I proudly join hands and hearts with past and present faculty, staff, and administration, with whom over these 77 years have been involved in the ministry of Catholic education in this corner of God's vineyard. May we continue to be a blessing to each other. I need to thank the present and past provincial administrations who have affirmed my desire to stay involved in the ministry of Catholic education at DeMatha, which to me is the jewel of ministry in the province. Simply, it is a privilege. And another thank you to my colleagues who are here this afternoon. Your continued dedication, passion, and compassion have been a source of inspiration and pride for me as we journey together in this unique place called DeMatha. Last but not least, a very big thanks to Tom Ponton and the Advancement Office staff, the maintenance staff, for bringing this day together. The creation of the videos, pictures, and info placed on the DeMatha web. You are remarkable. And in addition to George and Zest, our caterers, who feed us every single day at DeMatha, for their special attention to this celebration. Many thanks. No one can ever hear too often two important words. Thank you. I thank you for honoring me. I thank you for being a part of this great community and institution which we call DeMatha Catholic High School. St. John DeMatha. Go Statics.